The last part, the good is God thing.
Yeah.
And I think we've had that discussion before.
We will, but now, since we're recording, we will have it again.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome, everybody. So, we just watched a video. Well, we watched it earlier in the week, but we just watched it again.
Yeah.
Basically, what's her name? China?
Yeah, China McCain or McLean. I don't remember. China.
Yeah, not the country.
Yeah.
The person, and not the wrestler. But yeah, she basically she made a video on, well, as far as I know, Facebook, maybe other platforms.
On Instagram and all these other platforms.
Oh, she did?
Yeah, man. Cause I think it was original on Instagram Live.
What does she do?
What does she do?
Yeah.
She's an actress.
Oh, word.
Yeah, man.
Wait, is she like Disney or some shit?
I don't think it was. Was she on Disney? I don't remember.
Because her face.
Yeah, man, she just grown up, dog. She's been in a lot of movies. I'm pretty sure you've seen her before, but you just never seen her like this.
I guess, but I tell you,
she has grown.
Fair enough. But I tell you, when I saw her, I was like, yo, she looked just like my sister.
But is this person in Jamaica?
Yeah.
And she looked like China?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, so here's the thing. So basically, what China was talking about is like, her question was, is there objective morality? Can you have morality without God? Right? And so basically, she was saying that Hitler killed these Jews, and he felt as though that was the right thing to do. She condemns the act wholeheartedly, right? I condemn the act as well. Mark probably condemns the act as well.
No. Joking. I'm joking, guys.
Okay, Mark condemns it.
Holocaust is not a joke.
Right. Okay. He condemns it too. Great. So we all agree, Holocaust was bad. Great. Yeah. Fantastic. Cool. But what she was saying is that basically, morality. If you were to, hypothetically speaking, remove the concept of God. There is no God, there is no Jesus, right? That means that what people will do in terms of what is good and bad, or what they consider to be good and bad, would be based on what is socially acceptable and socially agreeable or whatever, right? And so she's saying there's no moral conviction behind that. There's no spiritual conviction. There's no personal conviction behind that. So therefore, morality must come from God, because morality must be linked to some more spiritual, metaphysical thing. Even though I'm using the word metaphysical, she didn't use that word. So her conclusion is, not only is God good, good is God, and as a result, you can't really have morals without God, because that's where morality comes from. Personally, I wholeheartedly disagree with that. I think morality is subjective, but Mark, you can say your piece.
Boy, I thought this was going to be a long conversation, you know, bro.
It might not be.
It might not be, because you see, the thing is, I'm weighing between, and I feel like because growing up in the church, I've seen like certain perspectives on this whole morality thing and what's morally right. Let us take it from the good is God aspect. Was it good that God massacred many people in the Bible?
Thank you. That is the very first question. This girl is talking about how, or woman. I'm actually not sure how old she is.
She's a woman. She's a woman, Jason.
Okay. This young woman, this old girl, yeah. She's saying that, like, yo, you know, the Holocaust is bad. Killing 6 million Jews is bad. I'm like, okay, well, is killing hundreds of thousands
Of Jebusites.
of Jebusites, Hittites,
yeah. What?
Edomites, all those Canaanites. Is that not immoral? Did God not sanction Israel to do that? Or are you going to come with the excuse of, well, God said that he could do it? That's not an excuse.
Because in my mind, and here's where I go, because I'm like, what is good versus what is bad? That's where you have to figure, that's where you have to go draw the line. And is it a line that can just be moved whenever it needs to be? Because then again, if we're a morally driven country and we believe in morals, why do we have death penalty? And why do we believe, when you go on the internet you talk about, yeah man, that you there for dead and him rape the little girl and for just dead. You see me? Because you have consequences for your actions.
Yeah. We do jungle justice in this country to quite a degree. Right? And then at the same time, it's like, it's not even that far-fetched for the simple fact that, at the end of the day, when someone did sin in the Bible, right, then take them to the outskirts of town and stone them to death. And I kill them.
Isn't that murder?
That's what I'm saying. So to me, I find that
murder
very
by
strange.
the same people who are probably even doing other immoral stuff.
Dude. And so, he who is without sin, cast the first stone.
Which is why
and no one threw a stone. I mean, Jesus could have probably threw a stone, but
he didn't. You know what I mean?
So that's the thing, and see, this is the next thing too. And I don't know if I said it last week or the previous week where we spoke about religion, but I said to myself, like, you know what's really messed up, right? So God reveals himself to Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. Jacob have two sons, Esau, who later became the Edomites, and Jacob, who became Israel, right? So let me get this straight. So God revealed himself to this group of people, right? But he did not reveal himself to Canaan. He did not reveal himself to Babylon. He did not reveal himself to Assyria. He did not reveal himself to Persia. He did not reveal himself to Greece. But for some reason, they should just get killed. Bullshit. How the fuck that makes sense? But in Christianity, Jesus saying like, go throughout the world and preach the gospel. How the fuck? That makes sense, doesn't it? Hey, let's go and tell people so that they don't get killed when I come back for my world. No. God in the Old Testament is just like, them don't know about me, kill them and take the land. And take the wife, and kill the kids, and kill the other stuff, and burn down everything. Yeah, great. How that's supposed to work, bro? That's God's love? That's morality to you? I don't think so.
Brother, there are so many, that's why I say so many,
And don't tell me it works in mysterious ways. Fuck that. Because I feel like you're going to come with that shit.
Hell no, bro. Okay. No, that's last week's episode. Dog, that's why I said there are so many things to try and understand about these things. And I remember last year in the season 1, where I gave a disclaimer where I was like, guys, we're all here to learn, and we're all here to grow, and you might hear me say something and you disagree with it. That's fine, but I'm not going to pretend like I know everything, because again, I've never seen this guy. I can say I physically experienced certain things that are spiritual, which is what leads me to believe that there is a spiritual being, a supreme being. You understand? But when it comes on to the isms and the schisms and the whole theology and the eology and whatever, that's where I kind of get like a shaky, because a lot of what we believe, I think, is just passed on from other people who they just feel like this is what it was supposed to be. A lot of things get lost in translation. You understand? And again, even if you watch anime, you know what I'm talking about. Cause when you watch sub versus dubbed, you hear some different words used in the dubbed versus when you see the sub. And if you know Japanese, again, some of the words that they say in the subbed versus the dubbed, it's different. You understand? It's a different way of expressing themselves. And so that is how things can get, and this is what years and years and years of picking together and putting together these books. You understand what I say, bro? And translating over years worth of information so that it can be palatable for the people who like us. A lot of things gonna get lost.
Yeah, I mean, and here's the thing. No one wrote a book for Jamaicans. If anybody tells me, looks me in the fucking face and tells me they wrote the book for Jamaica, shut the hell up. Shut the hell up right now, please. Because they never wrote any book for me. And they didn't write any book for you either, right? Because the US didn't exist, Canada didn't exist, Jamaica didn't exist. The Western world didn't exist, right? All of this stuff, Middle Eastern,
only one account
Asia.
of one or two accounts in the Bible of a black man. I think it's one or two. You see me?
Okay.
I think it was like his skin was made of some. I don't remember. If I can find the scripture, I'll let you know. But brother, when you look at all of these things too, you start to realize who are these things? And I know we're kind of straying from the morality thing.
No, that's fine.
But like, who are these? Who is it targeted to? Who is the Bible really written for?
The Israelites, dog. I don't know. Like, the Old Testament is about Jews. It's about Israel. I don't know who the hell else it could possibly be about. It can't be about anybody else. It's about the 12 tribes of Judah and how a Messiah is going to come up from the tribe of Judah and reign supreme over the world. That's the Old Testament. The New Testament is Jesus is coming. He's a Jew. He's supposed to be the Messiah, even though he does not fit any of the characteristics of the Jewish Messiah in the Old Testament. I'm sorry. I've literally gone through this time and time and time again. Fine tooth comb, can't find any proof. Anyway, he's the guy because he preached this and he healed people and he's great and he's preaching a message of love that everybody can agree with. And it's inclusive. It's not just about Israel. Anybody can be a Christian because it's not based on nationality,
right,
like Judaism.
Like Judaism, yeah.
So therefore, it's like, oh yeah, this is a very palatable thing, and and now everybody can talk. Anybody else listening can talk about whether or not, people co-opted Christianity to do this and that, and Constantine, he took the thing and put a bunch of pagan stuff in there and blah blah blah. Yes, because what does Easter have to do with bunnies and rotting eggs? It's like, what does that have nothing to do with Jesus on the flipping cross? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, let's go back to the morality thing, I guess. But,
yeah, so with the morality thing, I feel like hear me out now, because my big stance on all that thing is this. I am a Christian. Not the typical Christian who go around Bible toting and all them something. I'm not like that. I believe in one God. I believe
you believe in one God, indivisible?
Yeah.
So not the Trinity?
No.
Okay, cool.
You see me?
Get that just straight and get that straight.
Yeah, man, get that straight. You see me? I believe the Bible is a good tool to guide when it comes on to certain things, but I feel like it is misused to oppress and to control. You understand? And even if you want, even talk about what China talk about, like we use the Bible in the court and blah blah blah, but these are the same people who are, after you confess, you're dead.
I'm like, I forgot she made that point. Because I'm like, who the hell cares? Like, if someone put them hand on the Bible and lies on the stand and they're found not guilty, was it because of the Bible?
No. It's not like if them like when I watch what's the show called again, Shadowhunters, where the sword of truth. It's not if you go tell the truth or tell a lie, you die. You know what I mean? It's really of no real consequence.
Thank you. Like if I am not Christian and I don't believe in it and I put my hand on a book, if I put my hand on the Quran, right? Like I'm in Saudi Arabia and I put my hand on the Quran and say, you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, but help you God. I do. Okay, like this means something to me, bro.
You understand?
So imagine a Muslim doing the exact same thing in a courtroom in America or anywhere else in the West. Put their hand on a Bible. Swear to tell the truth, blah blah blah. Yeah, sure.
So I'm not saying I completely disagree with everything she said.
Me neither.
There are good points, but she just lost me when she's like, good is God. And I think because of our human interpretation of what good is, hear me out now, yeah, bro. Of our interpretation of what good is, we want to see God as this person who, oh yeah man, him just bring us food when we want it, and he may not come when we want it, but he's there on time.
Always on time.
And
like a shanty featuring Jaru.
And
sorry, other way around. Jaru featuring the shanty.
And he's the lily of the valley. He's the bright and morning star. So we won't believe that that's all that there is to him. But there is another side where we be gonna send you go to hell. You're gonna get chopped up. You see me? You're gonna get cancer. And you're gonna dead. And then you're gonna look upon it and say him no good. But why? And that's why I say I don't think our human minds can comprehend what really good versus bad is. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And that's why I see it. I don't think so, because again, remember I don't remember if it's me and Jay, we were having this conversation.
I'm Jay.
About I knew you were going to I knew you were going to we were having a conversation about prison reformation versus death penalty. Because I feel like we're trying to play little gods. You know what I mean? Little gods by being judge and saying judge and dictator and jury and executioner. And we get up and we're like, yeah, this is morally right, because guess what? You deserve the death penalty and you must die because of what you did. Even the Bible said it. The wages of sin is death. But the same Bible said, you judge not. You know what I mean?
Same Bible said kill homosexuals. Same Bible said don't cut your beard. Same Bible said a whole bunch of things that you don't follow. So spare me. So
so let me understand where you think this whole idea of a moral compass comes from. Because again, if we really want to follow Christ, if enough people are dead, the same people say homosexuals we love and fight about and thing based upon certain things in the Bible, the interpretation is that they should die.
You know, I want to use another example. You have mentioned this several times. I'm gonna bring it up now. Right? There's a certain dress code when you go into your church. Yeah. As if you're going fucking privilege or some shit. Right? And it's like, you know, something like, there's something so messed up about that. But at the same time, you can understand where it's coming from. Because when you read Leviticus, dog, and you see all the ridiculous rules that people have to follow, it's like, well, no wonder these people tell you, oh, bro, you can't wear this, you can't wear that, you have to wear this, and you have to wear that. Even though, really, really and truly, like, it's more like a preference thing for them. You know what I'm saying? So, to me, it's like, you look at that kind of foundation. This is what morality is to you? Levitican law? I don't think so. I mean, I can understand the Ten Commandments, but... And
that is why I said, I feel like China was right how she started. I feel like when you come on to the human comprehension of morality, leave God out of this.
Did she actually say that?
No, she never said it that way. Okay. But remember the example, she was like, well, to make my example, I'm going to just put God aside for a second. Yeah. Because I think that's the best way to start, because the reality is, her argument is, God is involved in our morality. You see me? My argument is, I don't think we understand the depths of what morality is.
Alright, and I guess this is where I'll say my piece about why it's subjective. First things first, right?
I'm probably technically I'm saying what you were saying, because
I guess it might be saying the same thing but in different ways. Because for me, I think her argument never really made a lot of sense, even though she did make some good points in it. But I think that morality is subjective for the simple fact that if I kill a man, is that good or bad? You don't even know. You need context first. Because if I'm trying to save a life and I kill a man, if I'm trying to save the world, 8 billion people, and I have a gun in my hand and there's a guy with a finger on the button to detonate an atomic bomb that's going to kill everybody, and I shoot him, I bet you wouldn't tell me, say I'm wicked. I bet you say, but I killed him.
Because
I thought murder was bad.
No, and then because now that becomes a issue of ethical versus moral.
What's the difference between ethics and morality? I actually, because when you say that, I'm like, blood clot, dog. You just fuck up everything now. Because no, I don't even think about that. I didn't even think about that shit.
This is one life for save like 10 or 20.
Fuck.
And that's why I say, yo, leave God out of this, bro. Leave the idea of God or whatever out of this idea of morality, human idea of morality. Because there are so many levels to it. Because you are the same one when you read the Bible. And this is why people are confused. Because you read the Bible and here say the whole of Jebusites them dead. You're like, that's genocide.
You would normally think that, right?
Yeah,
okay.
You know what I mean?
Because when Hitler do it, it's a problem.
And I'm trying to be political, guys, but you hear what going on in the Palestine and Israel, and you see bare kids are dead.
Dog. Blood clots. See it there now? Go on, talk.
But remember, the Bible says Israel is the chosen one.
Alright. Well,
I just leave it there. I'm just leave it there. I'm not going to touch it too deep.
Right.
You see me?
No, but you see that now? But that is exactly why all these Christian countries don't say shit. Even though Israel is committing like all sorts of international crimes. Right? Palestine, them not commit no crime. Them just a fight back. Them just a try to defend themselves. Jesus Christ.
Levels, dog. That's why I say levels to
amazing.
this, bro. That's why I say, yo, leave God out of this. Leave God out of this argument of what is morally right versus morally wrong, because our human comprehension is always going to be whatever makes us feel good.
Alright, so apparently ethic and moral is basically the same thing. Because them say ethics, a set of principles of right and wrong behavior guiding or representative of a specific culture, society, group, or individual. The morality of an action. It's the same thing.
But still, in ethics class, and I remember when I was take ethics class, guys, when I go on like and pretend, but there are certain things that I have read upon, and that's why I have what them call a moral or ethical dilemma. Yeah. Because this is why I agree with Jason, where I would say, technically what I'm saying is morals are subjective, because again, if a speeding train is going down a train track and you have a lever to save 5 people who are stuck on the track versus killing your daughter, which is the right one? Where you go choose? What is the right decision right there?
Some people going to say, well, if you choose your daughter, that's the right thing. And some people going to say it's the wrong thing.
It's the wrong thing because your daughter not more than 5 other people's life.
That's what, and that is why it is subjective.
What if the 5 people over there so were 5 engineers and your daughter just born?
There you go. What if your daughter is going to grow up to be the next Hitler?
Yes, Jimmy, you don't know.
What if one of the 5 people over there was going to be the next Hitler? You don't know.
That's why I say I feel like you should leave God out of this argument about morals, brother.
Yeah, I like when you break it down, because I kind of have to agree. It's like that, because I imagine God looking at like how we make, yes, I believe in something higher than us. That's true. But personally, I'm like, let's put some human characteristics on God. Like God is gonna care whether or not you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So I'm like, all right, cool. So here's my thing. Like, so God is looking at us making certain decisions on what we're thinking to do and what makes sense to us and all these things, right? And you really think that God is going to be like, yo, this youth is a fucking idiot. I'm like, I don't think so. I think what he's gonna do is like, well, I see all of it. So of course you're gonna make that decision. I already know the decision you're gonna make. Right? So you go and kill the guy so you can feed your family. Well, fuck. It's one of the, it's either you're going to kill him, get the money and feed your family, or you're dead and starve.
Starve and
dead.
You know what I mean?
I don't.
And then,
He's not thinking about, oh, Mary actually murdered Sue. I can't believe it. Oh no.
And that's why I said there are so many levels to these things, guys. And if you really believe in a true God, oh, she's gorgeous. If you truly believe in a true God, you
The lady just walked in the studio. That's why.
Yeah, so if you truly believe in a true God, you would realize you would not be able to comprehend certain things about Him. Because if you're a God, how am I gonna know things? But how am I gonna understand you?
Dog, can you imagine your spleen or your kidney understanding anything about your life? Okay, I didn't think
And that's
so.
why I said leave him one time, because again, things will happen who were unexplainable, and this is why people always say, oh, God works in mysterious ways. You know what I mean? That's just why them can't explain it, so them just says mysterious ways.
Yeah, pretty much. There's a couple. Sometimes it's lazy thinking.
Yeah,
though.
lazy
Sometimes.
thinking. It's not because I know a lot of people, even my people who are like atheists, right? A lot of their arguments is, why does genocide have to happen? Why God not come in and stop people from dying? Why
you don't stop it?
You see me?
Why we see like this was the big thing about like that time in 1940s, dog. It's like the whole world is watching Germany round up these people and kill them.
God should stop it.
But God should stop it. You can't stop it. Okay. You guys with all the artillery and all this other shit, you won't stop it. No.
What?
Yeah,
and then you see, and this is, dog, I'm start telling you, I made this God thing different from a lot of people. Because if he is God, and then him I go choose who him I go save versus who him don't save.
Oh God, no, don't, oh God, no. Dog, you got to grace now, bro. You talk about grace. And the only grace me deal with is Grace Kennedy, dog.
Yes, so that's why I said, let's leave him from out of this, because it's like you trying to say you understand how God's mind work, and then you're like, God is good is God kind of thing. Is just you from your own human understanding of what good is. When you pray to God and sit up on your knee for 3 weeks because your mother dead and she end up dead same way.
Yeah.
You understand? Was he listening?
It was God's will that she died. Now she's in heaven. So why the bomba you pray for her then? Why you preventing her from going to heaven from now?
Exactly.
So you're just selfish. But somehow that was moral for you to pray for her. Keeping her away from God was moral. But technically it could be. Technically it could be. Which is why, again, subjective,
but bro. Anyway. So yeah, but that's what I tell you, brother. I'd say leave more tight, bro.
But like, we can then pivot, because like I think to myself, like I look at your church, look at my church. If anybody from your church did pre how we do our thing, dog, it's like hell, purgatory, hell, limbo, hell. No, you guys don't believe in limbo.
Your curse bad, hell.
You guys don't believe in limbo and purgatory?
No, we don't believe in limbo and purgatory.
Right. Technically, we don't. Technically, we don't even talk about that type of things.
But I should be careful with that, because I remember I asked my father, because there's like a little religious discussion about
religious hard talk
about the guy that was on it was the right side or the left side, the thief who asked to ask for forgiveness on the cross, and God said, today you shall be with me in paradise. And there's a running question, is as if, did he really go to heaven or did he go to a different place?
Oh, like paradise Saint Elizabeth.
Or like paradise, purgatory, kind of like.
But purgatory can't be paradise.
That's what I'm saying, dog. So I don't know. I guess he did go to heaven.
It would have to be. But then here's the problem. Remember when some people were talking about like how Jesus had to go into the grave to then rescue Abraham and all them dead man dead. So I guess the thief was in paradise prior to Jesus. So when you see like,
So that's why I say you have to be careful how you listen to people interpreting certain things. And again, this is why I say I am a Christian, but I view things a little bit differently. I view things a little bit differently. I believe that what we need in this world is love. I do believe in the Holy Spirit. You understand? Do I believe how we operate as Christians is the right way? I don't believe a lot of Christians operate the right way. You understand? And that's just my stance. You can disagree with it, but that's fine. You can tell me, oh, but Christians of course, bad word. Where did that word come from?
Honestly, like when Jesus called people a brood of vipers, is that kind?
Are those good words?
Is that loving? Was it affirming?
You can't even find bumbleclats in the dictionary, much less a brood of vipers or a whitewash sepulchre.
So to me, it's like that is why for me it's like that's how you know people just make things up.
Yeah, dog.
They just make things up and then
bumbleclat was just made up.
Exactly.
What is a bumbleclat?
There you go. I mean, the name Jesus was just made up. That was not his original name. The letter, as I said last week, the letter J never existed.
It never existed. You know what I mean? And that's true, because even when you talk to certain theologists, they will tell you say it was Yeshua,
Exactly.
Hamashiach. You know what I mean?
There you go. Yeah, if I go some Ethiopia church, you think I said Jesus, then we know what the hell I'm talking about?
Who that? Who that?
They run me out of that. I wonder if you know that.
You understand? So that's what I'm saying, brother. We have to be careful how we try to interpret things from our human mind. You see me? And how we try to create this God. And that is my issue with Christianity. We feel like some Christians create God in a form of idolatry. Remember when them that walk around in the wilderness for years and them get manna from above, them get food and water and shelter. You see me? And when my brother got up to go get the 10 Commandments, them for just a couple of days, bro, man, them decide so we need to have something we can see.
Yeah.
So we be like off. You understand? And I feel like that's what a lot of Christians are doing nowadays. Building an idol, building an idea of what they believe God should be, but putting him in a box, literally.
Yeah, but realistically speaking, like, why would they do that? Because they really are just worshiping themselves. And they have their own values. They put it onto God. Them tell you about it and make it seem like, oh, I saw it go. That's what the slave masters did.
And that's why I said trying to understand God can be dangerous. Because that means you will start becoming a person who creates an idea of somebody from your own understanding, which is
from their own understanding.
Yeah, you know what I mean. And basically, you create another human being because that's all you can comprehend.
Absolutely. And that is the point, dog. That is really to me, that's really what it boils down to. If there really was a God, how the hell are you going to comprehend him? Like I just said it. Can your kidney comprehend you? No. So you think you can comprehend God? Sure, go ahead. We can barely even comprehend the universe. But you think you can comprehend God. Okay. Sure.
And I live with that notion every day that I don't understand this thing. And I will never pretend to understand everything. I believe that is where the problem arises, where everybody will be like, I know him. I know him for myself. Like, okay.
How that song go? He is with me and he wants
yeah, I mean,
tells me I'm his own. Never tell you that. Stop lying.
Careful with them things there, bro. That's all I say. Careful. But they say you know of him, or you have an idea, or you have a thought or something. But don't tell me say you know him.
Honestly, dog, I don't think many people know him. Because I feel like what is accurate to say is that people don't, by and large, because like when people talk about like going to church and having a personal experience, you know what I'm saying? Like those people that have a personal experience, a lot of them were not born in, they were not indoctrinated, they were not born into it, right? A lot of the times I'm way more willing to listen to what they have to say than anybody that was born into the church and therefore indoctrinated into a belief system. You can't think. Your brain is not flexible. My brain is still not flexible enough. And I see it every time, every single time. I'm trying to like, I see what I'm trying to say is basically, sometimes I see how my brain gives into magical thinking. Like, oh, this could happen because of this. And I'm like, why do you think that? You have no, you're not showing me A to B to C. You just jump all over the place. And I'm like, all right, yeah, this is the same.
Again, that's what I said.
Same virus.
Careful, bro, because, and that's why I said I use the Bible as a guide. I know that there are certain things in there that, you know, like, I have to be very careful with that. But, like, for example, the accounts of Jesus being here. Because, again, you know, I always say this. I feel like we have strayed from just the basics of what Christianity was. You see me?
Of course, dog.
Because when the man come in, bro, when Jesus came to the earth, you know, like,
he never tell you, oh, erect a pope.
You know what I mean? My boss go and him go,
Italy.
Him heal people, and him never choose who him heal. Him never go heal and say, yo, you know, say, because I feel like you're a perfect person, and you're the best person, and re. As a matter of fact, most of the people that him heal him say, yo, don't say nothing. And them still going up and down and go, come see a man.
You know, I always found that to be very funny. I'm like, y'all disobeyed?
They disobeyed him, exactly.
Interesting.
They did. Nigga around Jesus chop off man ears, bro.
Heal.
You know what I mean? So why now when if we hold on to so much of the laws of the Bible, oh, you know, we shouldn't wear polyester with cotton.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, don't mix two fabrics.
You know what I mean? The man shouldn't wear a woman's garment. Why we now look upon the fact say, this man never part with anybody perfect. He did not.
That's true. Because no one is.
He did not.
Unless the name, what's that dude from Old Testament that they just go up to heaven? Methuselah or Melchizedek?
Yeah, Melchizedek, I think.
So it's one of the two. I remember which.
One of the two of them, right? But I don't understand. And then when you look on this, ask yourself the question: how far have we strayed? Because if the first thing you look on somebody when they come on your church is, look on this backslider or look on this heathen and where's that really coming from?
You and your judgmental.
Where that really come from?
Yeah.
Because when him go, Jesus, oh, you have the orange girl and wipe your hair, your foot to their hair.
You said you told me something that one of your sisters did tell you, where it was like, yo, enough of these people in the church moved like the same Pharisees them talk about in the fucking book, man.
Yeah. Move just like that.
Dog, it's so sad. And them can't see it.
Them not see it, bro. They won't ever see it. Oh, you're in a church and you got somebody pregnant. Never come back.
Dog, honestly, like I'm going to put my own family on blast right now, but I don't care. Like when my grandma had that kind of attitude to someone that got pregnant in our church, I was like, I am seeing you in a different light now. I don't like it. Because this is not love. This is not love. But realistically speaking, why did this happen? Oh, you felt shame because that's kind of the same thing that happened to my grandma. So it's just projection. Fantastic.
I remember now, you know, I not go too far left or too far right, you know, because I'm not saying there shouldn't be a consequence to what you do. And when I say, okay, so that means I'm supposed to just allow people to just run and not sin and that's not what I'm saying. But that's not in your hands. That is what I'm saying. It's not in your hands.
In terms of like punishment and stuff?
Yeah, not in your hands.
I mean, I'll say this much. I think if you are infringing on the rights of people and you have to come out.
You have a cut.
You have to come out.
But you can't look upon somebody because them sin today and decide that, hey, you are going to go hell because you sin. So we don't want you back here. You see me?
Yeah.
Versus, when you're looking at the Bible, there are so many persons think, dog, 3 times Peter denied Christ. After him chop off the man's ears. 3 times.
So attempted murder, right? Lied 3 times, bear false witness 3 times. Yet who is the guy apparently welcoming people into heaven? So there you have it. But you see, that's the thing, dog. And it reminds me of that video you sent to the group, that blood clot, dog. Even to this day, I just think to myself, like, I remember when I used to think like this. When you're wondering what I say. I can tell you.
Yeah.
Basically, is the one where this right, so it's a couple, right? And the dude in the house, the husband in the house, and him just lay out the clothes.
Oh,
and make it seem
the rapture
like,
thing.
and make it seem like everybody got raptured. And then the wife comes in and just see clothes, and then she start bawl and scream. And then the husband comes,
my lady's like, I repented today.
I'm like,
I look for it and I was like, see, this is what happens when you preach a message of fear.
dog. I couldn't laugh because I was like, I remember when I used to think just like this. And it's just fuck up, dog. It's just abuse. Because you think, I can't die with sins on me. Because maybe this tyrannical flipping God might just kill me, even though he was the reason that I am sinning in the first place, because he put the serpent in the garden anyway. And so, I mean, not even the serpent, not even just the serpent. Why even put the flipping tree in the garden if you don't want people to name it?
Brother,
To test it?
I can't. We keep on saying a test. Me, I don't know. I'll tell you.
I'm do CXC again.
I'll tell you. I don't comprehend that. I don't know why he did it.
Do you believe in the Garden of Eden story?
That's a very good question. Sometimes I believe it's a metaphor, and sometimes I believe it actually happened the way it's accounted. And then sometimes I believe it's a mixture of both.
Okay.
So I feel like, because sometimes I don't feel like the serpent was what we think a serpent look like now.
Okay.
You see me? And I don't believe the tree is. Sometimes I don't even believe the tree is a literal tree.
Okay.
You see me?
Sorry.
Because again, the Bible said a tree, but it never. And that's why I say you have to be careful, because we might be interpreting this thing literally when it's not as literal as we think it is.
Yeah, I mean,
and I don't know what about people are gonna hear that and be like, no, it said it was a tree, and it said she was beside him, and it said da 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 da. And I said, fine, yes, I read. Me and you read the same thing, and I saw it, but again, based upon interpretation, because guess what, we're all interpreting this thing. When I see certain things, I have to wonder, like, was it a literal tree? Was it like an apple? Is it like a literal fruit?
passion fruit, dog.
You know what I mean?
Crime of passion.
And then taking away the fact that God, there are so many levels to look at this from. Because some people choose the easy way out. They're like, why did he put the tree there in the first place? But then you have a look on it. God gave Adam the leadership role and said, Adam, you shall not eat of this, that. You see me? And then when Eve came, Adam passed on the information to Eve. Right?
Did he?
Yeah, well, I think it was expected that he passed
and that's where things get dicey, because
See there?
Interpretation. You see, this is what I'm saying, you know, like you're telling me we can read a story, interpret it two different ways, but morality is not subjective. Can't bother with you. Anyway, so here's the deal, right? So I read the thing, I'm like, yo, clearly she was told, whether by God or by Adam. I'm not sure if it was explicitly stated.
Exactly.
But when the serpent said, yo, you must yam the fruit in that.
Which is why the serpent went to her. People said, because she's weak. Nah, I'm not saying it's because she's weak.
But didn't she say, yo, I'm not supposed to eat this? She said it.
Yeah.
So that means someone told her.
So she knew. Well, my talking point is, why did Adam take it from her with him knowing that, yo, John Star, I'm not supposed to eat from this tree?
Because he's a simp.
And here ends want it end, right? This is where the discussion done. The end. That's right. That's a perfect ending. Perfect ending.
I wanted to stretch this out a little more, but it's alright. Like,
perfect ending, dog.
Yeah. It's cool. Yeah, hopefully you guys got something out of this.
Yeah, and I don't want to take things too serious, guys, which is my point, because you really don't know.
Like, that is really what it is, dog. All we know is what we think we know. You know what I'm saying? So let's not overstep boundaries. I know we want answers, but like,
yeah, sometimes you can't just go through this world trying to answer all the questions. Yeah, you're mad, brother.
that's the thing.
You go crazy because you'll realize that there's certain things we just can't understand.
Yeah.
Who hung the clouds in the sky? You know what I mean?
It's water.
And what's holding it up there?
Gravity.
It's like, but I get that because based upon my mathematical calculation, but what if your calculations are off? And where you get them calculations? Where maths come from? But anyways,
I mean, that's just approximations of stuff and thing and reiterating, so I get it. Anyway, guys, thanks for listening. It's been Wasted Wisdom. It's been Jason. It's been Mark.
Yeah, and Adam is a simp.
Should we title?
Yeah.
Yo, I hope I remember to title it that. Jesus Christ. Pun not intended, okay.
Yeah.
Peace.
Peace out, man.